Hi, I'm Andrey Chebotarov, Travel Technology Competence Lead at AltexSoft, and today I'll answer 6 common questions about the way online travel agencies connect with hotels and distribute hospitality products. Let's dive into it. What are the best APIs for hotel search and reservation? Where do I get booking data? If you're an OTA that sells hotel rooms as the main product, there are a few ways to get hotel inventory. The first option is to approach bed banks. These are companies that buy inventories in bulk as allotments using their own channels. Usually, bed banks get their rooms directly from hotels or GDSs, and they resell their inventory to other OTAs. The next option is contacting large OTAs. Companies like Booking.com and Expedia own large inventories, and they do resell them to smaller OTAs. But this option is a privilege. If you want inventory from Booking.com, you'll generally need a large amount of monthly bookings. If they approve you, you'll be able to redistribute their hotels and get access to their APIs. The third option is to integrate with channel managers or switches. These systems help hotels distribute and synchronize availability and rates across several travel agencies and other resellers. But it's extremely hard to connect with channel managers. They already have hundreds of integrations. And guess what? They won't likely prioritize you. The fourth type of connection is via GDSs. Here you can source hotel data worldwide or target a certain region, as there are lots of hotel properties available as bookable items. The last option is a direct connection with the hotel and integration with its PMS. A direct connection can be a pain, as different PMSs require different integrations. Some of them are legacy. Some PMSs providers won't be willing to integrate at all. But you should keep in mind that there is such an option, since large hotel chains provide their own integration capabilities. Now, here is an important note. As an OTA, you are also interested in the quality of the content you source as well as its integrity. To sell hotel inventories, you need various types of content. It includes bookable rooms, availability, rates, photos, descriptions, and reviews. Plus, you probably want the text to be multilingual. All these items can be accessible via dedicated APIs, but the set of APIs and the quality of the content will differ from source to source. Booking rates availability are provided nearly anywhere. However, GDSs, for instance, usually have lousy photos or poor text descriptions. What about bed banks? Normally, bed banks provide quality data that has all the necessary content, booking capabilities, rates, etc. And the larger the bed bank, the fuller and finer its content will be. But sometimes there might be no room-level content like the lists of room facilities or photos. The best content is offered by networks like Booking.com or Expedia. Such companies apply strict rules for content application. For instance, a hotel won't be able to feature their property on Booking unless they upload multiple photos with building facade and overall exterior, room interior, and hall and restaurants, you name it. If you want to connect with the hotel directly, there's a high risk that you'll need to get content from third parties, and often you need to collect this content manually. Concerning review data, if you want to show customer reviews, consider APIs like TrustYou or TripExpert. Should I connect to hotel data via GDSs? Historically, GDSs were the main network for hotel distribution to corporate clients, and a large part of hotels are connected with GDSs through their PMSs or channel managers. Answering the question of whether you need a GDS connection, well, these systems remain some of the most standard ways to source booking data. But here is the major gripe. There might be issues like poor content, missing room description, low-resolution photos, absent logos, and cumbersome integration from the technology standpoint. But yes, you can search and book using GDSs. One of the main benefits is that you can connect to those hotels that you have direct contracts with. This way, you get the inventory for a specific negotiated rates, while the GDS takes its standard commission. Should I use Booking.com and Expedia as my affiliate partners? An OTA is not necessarily a business that sells hotels. Some of them offer room booking as a secondary service while generating revenue in other ways. One of those things is an affiliate program. Take, for instance, any business that has a presence on a travel market. For example, a travel blog that generates traffic with its marketing activities and content can resell this traffic to the hotel or an OTA, acting as an affiliate. The affiliate business fits those who have a large volume of relevant traffic but don't want to handle all the online travel agency hassle, like partnership with GDSs, setting up connections with channel managers, hiring agents, handling bookings, and so on. All the operational costs will be carried by partners, whether it's a larger OTA or a hotel, and you will be able to monetize this traffic by suggesting an affiliate link to them. So this may appeal to travel media and any business that does marketing well in the travel field, or OTAs that want to add hotel booking as their additional service. The downside is that you don't really own a customer because you don't sell anything on your own. As the customer converts through your affiliate link, the actual transaction is settled on your partner's website. This means all the customer data is left somewhere else. This doesn't give you a chance to re-engage or retain the customer. So the affiliate model is more of a solid secondary revenue stream rather than a primary one, as it fits well those who own large amount of relevant traffic but don't want to deal with bookings, data sourcing, and OTA back-office operations. What are bed banks? How to work with them? Bed banks are wholesale participants in the hospitality market. In a nutshell, they contract hotels to purchase a part of their inventory. Bed banks works with hundreds of hotels, so they get large inventories at a fair wholesale rate. And the final part is reselling this inventory to other parties like smaller OTAs. Bed banks offer search, price, availability, and booking capabilities. Content APIs also come as a standard feature. And additionally, bed banks often process and store payment or reconciliation data. It makes sense for an OTA as you don't need to calculate expenses. The bed bank handles all the financial burden for you. But this is a degree of flexibility, as some bed banks allow OTAs to be the merchants of record. All bed banks can be split into three categories. The biggest bed banks ensure worldwide coverage with the largest inventories. These are global bed banks. Then come local bed banks operating only in certain regions or countries. In the last category target specific types of accommodation, say luxury hotels. Then there are two distinct models of how you can work with a bed bank. First is so-called commissionable model. It entails a fixed commission for an OTA. For instance, an agency buys a set of rooms at a market price, and for every booking it makes, the OTA will get a fixed commission from a bed bank. The second model is a net or gross rate. Here, an OTA gets a set of rooms at a net price. The agent is in control of the margin to add later considering the market conditions. But here might be some limitations such as pricing policies, rate parity in certain regions or hotel segments. Large bed banks often have booking management solutions as a part of their service. In some cases, an OTA can use bed bank's system to monitor their bookings, sales, and transaction results. This works well in case you have a single bed bank. But as the number of suppliers grows, you'll need your own back office anyway, as you'll need to store the consolidated data somewhere. Working with multiple bed banks lets you choose different models and generally be more flexible. The larger your OTA is, the more coverage you want and more rates you need and more bed banks you want to be integrated with. It's very common for a travel agency to have partnerships with 2 or more bed banks that target different regions. The same room may be rated differently in 2 bed banks, which will allow an OTA to choose the better one. How do OTA booking engines for hotels work? A booking engine is a module integrated with multiple data suppliers. This includes availability, rates, booking capabilities, content, and reviews. On one end, a booking engine is integrated with inventory and data providers and orchestrates search and booking. On the other hand, there is a user interface for booking. This can be a part of the back office for the travel agent or a part of the website where a customer searches and reserves a property. So once a traveler comes to the booking website and filters out some rooms, compare prices and checks availability, they deal with the booking engine integrated with a web page. As a reservation includes money transfers, a booking engine is also integrated with the payment processing system or payment gateway. This part of the system enables passing credit card data or charging funds. But it depends on whether you process the payments yourself. As I mentioned before, bed banks or other OTAs can be middlemen that carry out transactions for you. But the majority of payments in hospitality happens through a physical terminal in a hotel. I hope this sheds some light on what a booking engine is. Otherwise, you can watch my other video where I explain its work in detail. How do you avoid duplicate inventory coming from multiple hotel providers? When an OTA sources inventory from multiple suppliers that work in the same region, the data will inevitably intersect, because several providers have access to the same hotels. There's where we bump into an hotel mapping problem. For instance, if I put a search request for rooms in Paris for a given date, I'll get back results from multiple bed banks, GDSs or OTAs. Some of the results will duplicate, as several suppliers will have the same hotels in their inventories. This will confuse customers, as they will see the same properties repeat with minor differences in price or descriptions. These duplicates occur in two forms. First, we'll get the duplicated properties. On the property level, we need to aggregate hotels so the end user will see a given property only once per search request. Once we know about hotel duplicates, here come room-level duplicates, as we'll source the same room content from two different suppliers. You can resolve content duplication with mapping, and there are two options for that. The first is to map content on your own, whether it will be a manual process or some algorithm that's capable of identifying duplicates and merging them into a single item. The algorithm can use hotel names or GPS or other attributes for that. This works great for property-level mapping, because hotels have lots of unique attributes, but for rooms, not so much. Three different suppliers can identify the same room as double room, standard room or simply room, which makes it difficult to map room-level content automatically. What should we do in this case? You may pay attention to companies that offer hotel mapping as a service, for instance Gmonix, OTA or Vervatech. That's it for today. I hope my video helped you to close your knowledge gaps. If not, leave your questions in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to see my future videos. Thank you for watching, and see you next time!